Which suggests the gun was pressed up against her.
It also explains why her pants were open. See, the blast from the shotgun forced superheated air and gas into her body, causing a violent distension of the abdomen. That's why her jeans ripped. Now, this was the angle.
So she just sat here while Frankie crouched in front of her and pulled the trigger? I don't buy it.
No, me neither. But I still can't prove she killed herself. Is it even possible?
My arms can't reach the trigger and I'm taller than Maria.
Uh-huh. And her prints weren't on the trigger.
Damn.
Hey! Hey! What are you doing?
Arresting your client. He violated the conditions of bail. He used a false driver's license to get a job when he first came to the U.S.
5 years ago, and it's got nothing to do with this case. He's legal now.
Use of a false ID is an automatic reason to revoke his bail. It means he's a flight risk. We just didn't have the records of it until now.
So how'd you get them? It would have taken hours of checking and federal help.
After what Tom did to me, filing the habeas, it was worth it. You want a war, Tom? I'll give you a war.
Hey, you're about to violate the sanctity of a church. My client's a parishioner. Show some respect.
You show some first. To me and to the memory of Maria Duarte. You're saying this was suicide? That's what you asked Maria's family in El Salvador? We called them too. They say it's a lie. They think he killed her. This guy is playing you. You see some poor, ignorant immigrant. You know he had 2 years of college? Engineering school in San Salvador.
We knew that. So what? How's that relevant?
He's smart. You don't see who he is or what he did. His bail is getting revoked. He's going to jail.
Mr. Nicholson, what's going on here? Why are you doing this to me?
Frank, don't say anything, all right? I'll be there as soon as I can.
You don't go into a church unless you know you're pulling on someone guilty. She found something. Something bad for us. I got your call. What can I do for you?
The autopsy report. And my request for reverse discovery is also there. I want any evidence you have and intend to use for trial.
Good for you. Most DAs don't even know they're entitled to that. Where's the rest of it?
The rest of what?
The discovery that you owe us. You gave us one thin file, but you have been working since then. You wouldn't have arrested them at the church if you didn't have something new.
We found Maria's fingerprint on the muzzle of the gun. We missed it at first. He came at her with the shotgun, and she had time to try to knock it away. Oh, one more thing. Maria had an insurance policy. He got $25,000. Some husbands kill their wives for nothing.
Frankie says he didn't know anything about the insurance.
Frankie says a lot of things we can't prove. He says Maria was raped. He says she was depressed.
What do you want me to do? Blame Gorman? We have no case against Gorman. It won't work. Juries see right through it.
Suicide won't work. It depends upon them believing Frankie. They won't.
Because you don't believe him.
What do you think I believe?
Girls. Why do you two always have to get so emotionally involved in these things? We have two valid theories. It was suicide, or Gorman the electrician did it.
I am not going to trial on two theories. It looks desperate. We have to pick one. Suicide is it.
Tom?
Look, I'm sorry. I appreciate all the work. I do. But I'm the one trying the case. I've got to make the call.
Talk to him.
What's up?
Can we talk about suicide?
Mine? I don't understand why you keep taking these cases. You don't exactly bring out the best in me. I mean, I'm fighting with Luther. Luther's covering for me on the patent case, and he's helping me with Frankie's.
You just need some sleep. And get laid more often.
What'd you say?
Seriously. Find some balance in your life.
Is that why you came out here? Tell me to date more?
No. I went with you on the suicide theory. Look, I always back your play. Because you're usually right, but this time... I don't know. Luther and I both think the electrician is a better suspect.
I know. But I have to go with suicide. It's what I have to go with because it's what I think happened. But thanks for the advice, Holden.
Trial for Frank Duarte begins, and what seemed like a simple case of murder is now a high-profile mystery. Did Duarte murder his wife? And why has powerhouse law firm TNT&G even taken on this case?
This case is all over the press, so now I have to be here. No good deed goes unpunished. How you doing?
Well, I wish I could tell you we drew a better voir dire panel. We didn't. It's about the worst we've ever had.
I only have one strike left.
Okay, based on background checks and questionnaires, here are your choices. Juror number 3, ex-LAPD officer. Pro-prosecution all the way. Juror number 5 believes in alien abduction and ghost whispering and has 10 cats, all of which were named in her questionnaire. Juror number 9 was robbed and beaten by a guy who turned out to be an illegal from Mexico. She definitely may have issues with Frankie. Juror number 11 is an Aryan Youth member.
I love L.A. The last juror that smiled at me, I kept, and we lost. Your Honor, the defense asked the court to thank and excuse juror number 11.
I would have struck the ex-cop. If you don't want my advice, don't ask for it.
What's Ed Gorman doing here?
Tom, I'm sorry. I've been trying to prove he was a suspect, but then he surprised me.
How?
We dug into his background. We even let him know that we were looking into whether he killed Maria. Then he called, and he volunteered to help us.
You beat up Frankie Duarte pretty good. You enjoy that?
Hey, I'm here to help.
Just tell Tom what you told me.
The gal who said she heard them fighting, Teresa Call, and she's a bitch.
Oh, great. Thanks. I'll bring that up.
I was out there that night. I didn't hear them fighting. She's been bragging about how she's getting Frankie out so she can move her sister into his spot in the trailer park. I'll testify for you. Frankie's my friend. I'll say anything you want.
Will you say that Maria Duarte seems sad? Suicidal?
Hold on. Nobody is asking you to lie or to say anything but the truth, Tom.
You think the DA doesn't do stuff like this? This guy can help us.
You know as well as I do. When they offer to say anything we want, we no longer believe they will tell the truth.
Let the record reflect that the distance from your trailer door to the Duarte's trailer window is less than 15 yards. Was your window open that night, Miss Call?
It was hot. My door was open even. He said he's going to kill her.
Nothing further?
Did Maria Duarte seem happy or sad to you most of the time?
Objection. Relevance?
Goes to prove the heart of our case, that Maria Duarte was suicidal and killed herself.
Objection.
You don't have to be a doctor or an expert to testify about whether a person looks sad or depressed or hopeless. A lay witness can talk about apparent mental state.
Objection overruled.
So, did Maria Duarte look sad to you? Did she seem down or upset?
She seemed sad sometimes, I guess. I saw her crying outside her trailer once.
Hale just walked into that one. She let Tom make his case through her witness, and to make it worse, she objected. I love it.
Sad. But she wanted to kill herself sad. That kind of sad?
You're kicking me out of court?
You're killing our boy.
How can I be hurting the case? I haven't said a word.
You don't have to. I'm watching the jury. The jury isn't watching Tom. They're watching you. You're not helping our case. Ron, you're a celebrity.